Hey everyone, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. You know, it's been about 10 years since I graduated from Trevino Hills High School, and while I am looking forward to my upcoming reunion, I can't help but think back to those good old days from 2005 all the way up to 2009. I mean, just so many fond memories to think about. And speaking of memories, one of my favorite events that happened during those days were hanging out with some friends at my high school dances. However, not too long before my junior prom in 2008 happened, I heard in the entertainment newspapers that a high school prom-themed horror movie would be released in theaters. And that movie is the subject of my blog today. Released on April 11th, 2008, the movie is Prom Night. So, let's get started. In Bridgeport, Oregon, the deranged high school teacher, Richard Fenton, is obsessed with the young teenage student, Donna Keppel. She witnesses him murder her family to stay with her, but Richard is arrested and sent to prison for life. 3 years later, the traumatized Donna is feeling better, but she is still under psychological treatment and taking pills. On the night of her senior prom, she goes with her boyfriend Bobby and 4 of her best friends to the Pacific Grand Hotel. Unbeknownst to them, the psychopath Richard has escaped from prison 3 days prior and is lodged in the same floor in the hotel chasing Donna, stabbing her friends and staff of the hotel that cross his path. And now Donna must find a way to escape the sadistic rampage and survive her prom night. So, what do I think of the movie? Well, it's not too bad, though not great either. I'd rather describe it as an okay horror movie, but I still enjoy it nonetheless. But let's move on to Mustang notes. The film was originally announced in 2004, with the script being written by Steven Susko. The final script was written by J.S. Cardone. The budget for the movie was about $20 million. It was produced by Original Film and Newmarket Films in association with Alliance Films, which holds the rights to the original franchise along with sequel rights. The film was also shot in Los Angeles, with overhead shots taking place in Newport, Oregon. Now, I didn't really see this movie in theaters, though I wanted to, but I was able to watch it online the day before my junior prom, and in all honesty, it's not like the previous slasher films that I talked about before, like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. Why? Well, not only because the movie is PG-13, but part of the plot also involves a manhunt. You know, kind of like Patriots Day, in a way. Anyway, what I like about this movie are several scenes involving Donna and her friends, which make me think of my senior prom from 2009. And there are a few bits where Donna and her friends talk about college and their futures, which, in my opinion, is very relatable. Plus, I do like the dancing scenes at the Pacific Grand Hotel. Speaking of which, I think the hotel is a very majestic place, and aside from the dancing room, we also see the hotel's lobby, the 3rd floor where the kids chill out, and the construction floor, which, in my opinion, is the most creepiest part in the entire movie. Also, that scene aside, There are other parts of the movie that can be very intense, thought-provoking, and heart-pounding. For example, there's the scene at the beginning where Donna witnesses her mom getting stabbed, a flashback involving Fenton getting interrogated by Detective Wynn while Donna has to identify him, as well as a few scenes where 3 of Donna's friends get killed, along with 2 members of the hotel staff. Plus, the scene where everyone has to evacuate the hotel after Wynn pulls the alarm is very suspenseful. And now let's move on to the characters. Our main character, Donna Keppel, is played by Brittany Snow, whom I've talked about in my blogs of the Pitch Perfect sequels, and she got to be Amber in 2007's Hairspray, and she voiced Naminé in Kingdom Hearts 2. To me, Donna is a very relatable character due to the fact that after her parents and her little brother were murdered, she had been going through psychological trauma and visiting her therapist, Dr. Elisha Crow, for the past 3 years. But when her senior prom came, she felt ready to move on and enjoy her life again. But, unfortunately, those hopes and dreams would be dashed when many of her friends met their demise at the hands of Richard Fenton. Donna's boyfriend, Bobby, is played by Scott Porter, who, during the same year, played Rex Racer in Speed Racer. To me, Bobby seems like a nice guy, and I like how he cares for Donna. Plus, he attempts to be Donna's protector after finding out about how Richard Fenton was obsessed with her, though it is very disappointing and heartbreaking that Bobby was murdered at the end of the movie. Next we have Donna's best friend, Lisa Hines, played by Dana Davis, whom has been in Raise Your Voice, Coach Carter, and the TV series 10 Things I Hate About You. Lisa is one of the Prom Queen nominees competing against Chrissy Lynn. More on her later. Anyway, I like that Lisa and Donna have been really close as friends during their high school years. However, later on in the movie, while she and Ronnie were making out in their suite, not long after bumping into Fenton, Lisa has to rush downstairs to warn Donna, but unfortunately she couldn't due to the fact that Fenton was chasing her around the construction floor and slit her throat. Lisa's boyfriend, Ronnie Heflin, is played by Collins Penny, whom a year after this movie got to be in the 2009 film adaptation of Fame. Ronnie is one of the Prom King nominees, and like Bobby, I think he's another decent character. In the film, he gets 3 card keys for his friends. However, I'm surprised that while he and Lisa were making out, Ronnie was planning to propose to her before she ran off to warn Donna about Fenton. Also, while I am glad that Ronnie survived, I feel bad for him due to Lisa's death. Another one of Donna's best friends is Claire Davis, played by Scream Queen Jessica Strope, who has been in Vampire Bats, Left in Darkness, and The Hills Have Eyes Too. Claire is the first of Donna's friends to get murdered by Fenton. In my opinion, Claire is another sympathetic character due to her having boyfriend troubles. You see, during the prom, while on the dance floor, she and Michael get into an argument regarding college and future relationships. After said argument, Claire hints to Donna that she just got her period and she has really bad cramps. So Donna offers some Midol from the suite. Later, after she was stabbed, while Donna is being attacked by Fenton, she sees Claire's dead body stuffed under the bed next to her. And after being rescued by Wynn, Donna tells Ronnie about Claire's death. Claire's boyfriend, Michael Allen, is played by Kelly Blatz. And in my opinion, Michael is the least interesting character in Donna's group, due to him having problems with Claire going away to another college. But later, before he gets killed, Michael goes up to the suite to try to make things up with her. Next we come to Chrissy Lynn, the high school diva for the movie, played by Brianne Davis. In my eyes, she is everything her rivals describe her to be. Also, she's very snobby too. However, it is said that Chrissy was the one in charge of making the prom possible at the Pacific Grand by spending a lot of money, and her dad had to write a check. Plus, she seems to be mainly focused on becoming prom queen in order to maintain her popularity. When the hotel is getting evacuated, Chrissy gets angry after finding out that Lisa was voted as queen, but later she became shocked after learning about Lisa's disappearance and murder. Chrissy's boyfriend, Rick Leland, is played by Kellen Lutz, who has been in the infamous Twilight Saga, along with the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street movie, the 2013 motion capture Tarzan movie, and The Legend of Hercules from 2014. Rick is one of the Bridgeport High School's football players, and he's a very close teammate with Bobby and Ronnie. Also, I think he's nicer than his snobby girlfriend, and I like that he doesn't seem to care about popularity. However, while Rick doesn't have that many scenes, I do like the part where he tells Bobby, Ronnie, Nash, and Wynn that Donna went back up to her suite to get her mom's shawl. Next we have Donna's aunt and uncle, Karen and Jack Turner, played by Jessalyn Jilzig and Lyndon Ashby. After the death of Donna's parents and her little brother, Karen and Jack take Donna in, and in my opinion, they're very caring people, and they're also very protective of their niece. Also, they do feel happy that Donna is going to have a good time at the prom, but after getting warned by Wynn about Fenton's escape, they become very worried. Next up we have Detective Wynn, played by Idris Elba, whom has been in Zootopia, Finding Dory, the 2016 Jungle Book remake, The Dark Tower, Heimdall from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the recent Hobbs and Shaw film, and this December, he'll be playing the villainous cat, McCavity, in Tom Hooper's Cats. And I don't care what anyone says, that movie will be amazing. Anyway, in my opinion, Wynn is the best character in the entire movie. He was the one who arrested Richard Fenton for the murder of the Keppel family. 3 years later, when Wynn finds out that Fenton has escaped from prison, he attempts to find Donna and protect her from Fenton by any means necessary. Also, I think Wynn is a very smart cop. Not only does he warn Donna's aunt and uncle, but he also puts a unit on their house, and he also gets some backup on the hotel to keep watch in case Fenton may be around. Throughout the movie, Wynn is secretly keeping watch on Donna while she and her friends dance until he finds a car that was stolen from Howard K. Ramsey. After finding a dead housekeeper in one of the rooms, Wynn figures out that Fenton is in the building and sounds the emergency alarm in order to evacuate the entire hotel. Plus, Wynn gets a SWAT team to raid the entire building. But after finding out that Fenton has left the hotel, Wynn hurries to the Turner's house to save Donna. Next we have Wynn's partner, Detective Nash, played by James Ranson, whom will play Eddie in It Chapter 2 next month. Nash is the one who brings to Wynn's attention that Richard Fenton has broken out of prison, and he joins Wynn in staking out Donna's senior prom in order to ensnare Fenton. But sadly, he pays the price in the process when he is killed off screen by Fenton while guarding Donna's house. Anyway, I consider Nash my second favorite character in the movie. Plus, I like the part where he asks everyone at the prom to exit the hotel after the alarm is pulled. Finally, we come to the psychotic Richard Fenton, played by Jonathan Sheech, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, whom during the same year was in quarantine. In my eyes, this guy is a mentally insane character. Before he was arrested, he was a biology teacher at Bridgeport High School until he became obsessed with Donna. When she rejected his advances, he became violent, which led to him getting fired, as well as Donna's parents filing a restraining order against him, making him an obsessive psychopath. Ensuring that he keeps Donna all to himself, he starts a killing spree by going after Donna's loved ones and the people she was close with. Not only that, but Fenton is also really crafty and sneaky. Not only with how he escaped from prison using the vents, but he also killed a guy named Howard K. Ramsey and went into the hotel in his clothes and under Ramsey's name. He also killed the hotel's housekeeper, Maria, to steal the MasterCard key in order to sneak around Donna's suite, and he killed a busboy named Sims to steal his uniform as a disguise to sneak out of the hotel while it was being evacuated. He also cuts the telephone wires at the Turner's house. But thankfully, in the end, Fenton is shot to death by Wynn. Other actors in this movie include Mary Mara, Ming-Na Wen, Valerie Ross, Jana Kramer, and Lori Hearing. And now let's move on to my final words. Overall, Prom Night is a very thrilling and serious movie. Yes, it does bring back memories of when I was in high school, but there are scenes that can be very intense and thought-provoking. Also, the music by Paul Hasslinger is pretty good, and the setting at the Pacific Grand Hotel is both grand and haunting at times. Some characters like Donna and her friends are relatable. The cops, Wynn and Nash, are the most memorable part of the movie, and the villain, Richard Fenton, is the most messed up psycho killer I've ever seen in a horror movie. Also, I wouldn't consider this movie as just a horror movie, but it can also be a high school drama and a mystery movie. On the other hand, I wouldn't recommend this movie for everybody, but if you're into movies like this, then be sure to check it out. As for my rating, I'd give it a 67% out of 100. It's not bad, it's not really great either, but still an interesting movie to watch. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in again next time, where I go back to the mid-90s to blog a stop-motion movie from my childhood based on a classic Roald Dahl story, Mustang Power.